In this video, I'm going to show you how to use a spoke shave. So there are two main kinds of spoke shaves. There's flat bottom spoke shaves like this, where the sole of the spoke shave is flat, and that's going to allow you to shave off material on a flat piece of wood or on a convex curve like this. There are also curved bottom with spoke shaves with a curved sole, where the sole has a curve on it, and that's going to allow you to take material off the inside of a convex curve like this. There are also spoke shaves where the sole is actually concaved or convex like this, but those are a little rare and have really, specific niche purposes, and you don't tend to use those or see them as much. Most newer spoke shaves also are what are called a beveled down style, where the bevel of the blade is down, and that's what's going to ride along and remove material. The older style, and still sometimes, are a bevel up style, where the blade actually is kind of part of the sole and sits back here, and you'll ride the spoke shave along the blade, and that's how it removes material. Also, with the bevel down style, the blade is going to sit usually at about a 25-degree angle, and they're going to sharpen at about a 30-degree angle. So a really quick way to set up a spoke shave is if you loosen off the tightening screw and just rest it on a flat surface so that the blade just comes down and touches. Just tightening up that screw will press the blade down just a tiny bit, and that will give you, a nice fine cut. For a more aggressive cut to remove more material, you can loosen that screw, and if you just roll back the spoke shave just a little bit like this is an exaggerated motion, but if you just roll it back a little bit, it'll allow the blade to come out of the mouth a little bit more, and then you can tighten it up, and you'll have a little more of an aggressive cut. You can also set up your spoke shave to have what is called a progressive cut, where you can actually tap one side of the blade down a bit further so that you've got a fine cut on one side progressing up to a more aggressive cut on the other side. It's a little more of an advanced way to use a spoke shave, but if you do that on a regular basis, it's nice to have, especially if you've only got one spoke shave set up. It's really a good idea if you can have two spoke shaves. Set one a little rougher, one fine, and you can just switch back and forth. And for really fine adjustments, once your screw's tight, you can actually just kind of knock the spoke shave on a flat surface, or just tap the top with a hammer just a little bit, and that'll move that blade just a tiny bit and give you a slightly more aggressive cut. So a spoke shave can be either pulled towards you like this, or you can actually push away as well. Yeah, I kind of tend to like pushing sometimes. You tend to get a little better feel in your arms and wrists to kind of lock yourself in place to do the work. But traditionally, you'll probably actually see people pulling a spoke shave more. One of the most important things too is you're going to want to always use a spoke shave with the grain. If you try to remove material against the grain, it's just not going to work. If you have to go with the grain for sure. And you also notice right now the spoke shave I'm using is chattering. One way to reduce that is to either remove less material, or you can skew the spoke shave. You can turn it like this, and that will actually reduce the amount of chatter you're getting as you remove material, because it's slicing more like a knife that way rather than pulling straight across. And spoke shaves, they can be used for a lot of different things, and you really just have to kind of get the feel for them. You have to kind of keep working a spoke shave, get the feel for it, get the feel for the particular spoke shave you have, and you'll find eventually you can do all kinds of neat things with them. Like you see here, you just make quick work of this piece of pine. You can turn what was, just a flat little rabbit on the end of this material, and you can work it down to a really nice curve. It's definitely, like I said before, a really good idea to have a couple spoke shaves, one set up a little rougher, one a little fine. This one I have is kind of like a fine cut. I've got this wood one here, which is more of an aggressive cut. You can see as you're cutting or shaving with a spoke shave, you want to have nice, even pieces coming out. And as much as you kind of feel out the particular spoke shaves you have and you're using, you also, if you were making deeper cuts and curves, especially, when there's knots and things like this, you really have to feel out the piece of wood that you're shaving down as you go, and because it's going to react differently as you hit different grains, different types of grains, all that kind of thing. You have to really pay attention, and at first it seems a little overwhelming and you wonder, how am I going to do this? But eventually you kind of get the feel for it. And guys, there's a lot that goes into using spoke shaves, and they're definitely one of those tools that you get better at with experience. The more you use them, the more you put time in with a spoke shave, the better you're going to get, the better you're going to feel out your particular spoke shave. And I can't stress enough, just really honing in your skills with the particular spoke shave you have, it's going to help a lot. And speaking of honing in, there's definitely a lot to be said about having a good quality spoke shave, a sharp spoke shave. I'll probably make a video in the future about sharpening spoke shaves and planes in general, and setting a spoke shave up really technically perfect so it's going to work really nice for you. And hey guys, if you get value out of this video, definitely think about subscribing for a lot more really great content on woodworking tools, hand tools, little DIY builds. And if just getting into woodworking is something you're doing and you're kind of trying to learn how to use hand tools, check out this playlist I've got in the YouTube card above. It's a lot of really great videos and content about how to use other woodworking hand tools. And like always guys, see you every Monday, see you every Wednesday. David's DIY Reviews, check me out, you're gonna love it. See you in the next video.